Hi guys, I'm on a new video. So today we'll take a look on a 1v1 game from the Scouring playtest, where we have the Heroes mode, and this will be a game that I played against the White Defender, and I'll be playing with the Mage hero, which is definitely still kind of underperforming, at least when I was playing this game. It's pretty hard to win any 1v1s, but we have really strong harassment potential, so that is something that we are gonna try to utilize. And my opponent is playing also humans, but he is the melee hero, so that's the leader. Yeah, so let's start it. Of course, immediately you want to pick all potions. I usually even buy 4th mana potion in the beginning, because you start with only half mana, at least on the mage. So I buy 1 mana potion, I use it, and then I buy 3 healing potions and 3 mana potions. Then I immediately go to the underground that is nearest to me, clear it. You don't even have to spam the missile ability. It's a little bit more damage, but it will also waste lots of mana potions, which will cost you more resources. This also costs you heal potions that cost resources, so it's just about this balance. I still haven't figured out 100% what is the best, most effective way yet, but I think it doesn't matter that much. The important thing is that you want to kill the boss with the missiles without letting him even reach you, because that would of course cost you lots of HP, because he deals lots of damage, but he's also really slow, so it's not that big of a deal to kite him. That should be pretty easy. So yeah, both me and my opponent cleared the dungeon, I believe, or maybe he didn't. Actually, no, I wasn't watching right now, but unfortunately we can't see the items, I think, or maybe here, yeah, we can actually watch the equipment. So we'll have to swap like this, and yeah, my opponent doesn't have any equipment now, and I have the terrifying standard, and now I killed the goblins here, and I also got second item from it, which is banner of leadership, and also another item which is boots of haste. So immediately have 3 items, which is really good. Unfortunately, these items are not the best ones. The boost of haste are actually quite good for the mage, but the charge ability from the warrior will immediately rush to you anyways, so it won't really help you. I was thinking that if you would have 5 boots of haste, maybe in a bigger game when you would have longer time to actually gather the items, you could potentially have 50% extra movement speed, and that might be enough to actually outrun the warrior if you would have 0 boots of haste. But in team games I feel like the items drop even less, so the most items you can probably still get in 1v1s, and to get like 5 of the same item, I haven't really seen that yet, so I don't think this item has too much potential. It's probably actually still better for the warrior when you are trying to run to someone, even though you still have the charge, so it's not even really needed. I think warriors can, the best scenario is just for warriors to have 5 rings of health, which just increases your HP by 25 and HP regeneration by 10%, or at least it's 25 HP for mage. I hope it's same for the warrior, maybe it's even stronger, but just the regeneration is really strong, so the rings are probably the best. And for mage, I think maybe the pendant of mana might be the strongest, which basically does the same thing just with mana instead of health. So I think that might be the strongest. Then you have the standards, or banners, yeah, terrifying standard and banner of leadership, which basically either buffs your units or debuffs the enemy units, but those I don't think are as strong. Yeah, so here we managed actually to kill his hero. He was hiding here in the underground, and also the ring of life dropped here, so that's really good that I was able to take it instead of my opponent. And also now he has to resurrect, so for a while he can't farm any neutrals. And of course, once I finish this underground, I immediately teleport home, buy new potions, make sure I use them to have full HP and full mana, and then I rebuy them again for whatever I used. We go immediately to our main starting dungeon again. We clear everything. I don't have the knuckles that give you AoE damage on basic attacks. I think that's also a really good item, but it's not as useful in attack or like normal fighting. It's still quite decent to clearing the enemy front line or even backline, just the enemy units, but it's mainly for farming the neutrals. But I guess maybe having fun is always good, definitely for the warrior, and I think even with the mage you can quite well utilize it. Same with the rings, yeah, they are also quite okay for mage, but they don't really do much, to be honest. Maybe the boots are actually still better. Here I got 2 rings, yeah, maybe once you stack a little bit more of them, it can become quite decent, but you still have such a low HP pool with mage that it doesn't really matter that much. The regeneration is also not really visible. So I have 5 items right now, which is really good, kinda lucky I would say. Actually got a 6th item here that I will sell. That's always good when you can sell the items at source of gold, but I have 5 items, but they are not really great. I would much rather have maybe like 2 pendants of mana and 3 open slots. But unfortunately I didn't have luck for those items in this game, so we just work with this. My opponent, he now has also Ring of Life and the Terrifying Standard. I think we already found way more neutrals, so that's why we also have better items. As you can see, it's level 7, I'm level 10, so I definitely killed way more units, and now I took control of my swordsman, which you can do with the N keybind, and I'm immediately running into the enemy base. Once you have level 5 on the mage, which I already of course have, I have level 10, you can use the Blizzard ability, which drops like balls of frost on the ground and deals AoE damage. And when he attacks me with the hero, I just turn on the barrier and start kiting him while shooting him with the missiles. And here I got into his base, so I'm immediately starting my AoE farm, trying to kill as many peasants who got up on the fort to shoot down with their arrows, thanks to the boost reserve upgrade. And usually when you start shooting, they start walking away, so you want to maybe target the entrance as well, something like that. Just figure it out with few testing sessions and you will know where to exactly place it. As you can see, I cleared the whole base pretty quickly, but unfortunately this is the weakness of the mage. I lost all of my mana, I don't have any more mana potions, and now I'm basically useless here because I can't even use my barrier anymore. It also requires mana to channel the blizzards for a reasonable amount of time. You also need mana. Missiles also cost mana, so the only thing you can do is hit enemies with single target basic attack, and since I don't even have the knuckles for AoE, I can't walk up buildings with this hero. I can't do much. Yeah, I can hit buildings from the ground or maybe try to hunt some last remaining enemy units on the ground, but of course I will immediately die to warrior if he actually attacks me. So I had to retreat home, of course, quick teleport, we immediately heal ourselves up, also full mana. On the way here I farmed some units, so we already used one mana potion, but it's still okay. And we of course took new units from our base to bring some reinforcements, and here I'm immediately hitting the enemy hero because I know that he's low on resources, he won't be able to sustain himself for much longer. So I'm just trying to finish him, and he had 6 HP, and that was the last hit I needed there to finish him. Now we just farm the remaining units. It's resources for you, it's experience, and it's also limiting the capability of doing anything for the enemy base, while we already have actually expansion here, so we are of course in a much better situation. Resource wise, here I start the AoE farm again, and also I think after I killed him I was able to pick up his potions, so now we are even in a much better situation in that field. I actually resurrected the hero once again, not sure if he has resources. Yeah, he has some resources, so he can actually buy some potions. He didn't buy any yet, but I don't have any more mana potions. I have only 3 healing potions, and he actually bought a healing potion as well now. But fortunately this mana should be enough to finish him, even though he has the heals. And yeah, actually I wasn't able to, but now I'll just finish him with my sword. And he was defeated because he didn't have any more gold to buy the revive amulet. So I think quite nice game, 8 minutes, it was pretty quick, but definitely showed the gameplay we want to do with the mage. In terms of resources, we of course gathered way more from gold fields. We also got the expansion there, and we heavily harassed his base. Same with wood. Units shrined also, that's slightly connected to the resources of course. Here is a small bug because it's not showing properly the units you kill with hero if you play with mage, because the AoE ability doesn't actually count. for hero kills, but it counts for the total kills. So of course 60 kills, probably like at least 40 from it was done with the AoE farming in the enemy base. Units lost 11, so maybe I even one-shotted 2 of my units because he killed only 9. Of course, with the infrastructure, neutral kills, I wasn't really killing those too much with the blizzard, so this is actually quite a reasonable amount. And he do have the heroes, so 3 more levels in total. Of course, we had way more kills, so kinda makes sense. Even though keep in mind that the enemies you kill with the blizzard don't actually give you experience or resources, so it's basically just a cannon shot, the artillery mode from normal RTS version of this game. That also doesn't really give you anything. Even though actually, yeah, I think maybe the artillery gives you something. Right now I would have to actually remind it to myself by playing a match there, but maybe the artillery mode actually gives you resources and only the normal siege mode doesn't give you resources, but I'm not 100% sure right now. And of course cannon don't have experience, so that's something different here for the heroes, but you don't get experience by killing anything with the blizzard. And heroes killed, we also killed 3, so I believe that should also give decent amount of experience, and that's why we also have better hero level there. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this game, and I'll see you in the next one, so take care.